Hey everyone, it's me, James, back at it again with the Epic LDR podcast. And it is I, James the Epic, you may know me as the son of Janelle Rose. And right here is your grace, your highness, yes, the legendary Janelle Rose. We're welcome to have you here.
Ooh, you should, yeah, you should do the clap after. Hello, James. How are you
Hi,
from
Mama.
the past week? How are you doing?
I am really doing great.
I believe you have some great news for Mama.
Yeah, I do. I guess a
What is
lot.
it?
Like
Can you
I
share
learned
with
about
us?
the I learned about the secret.
Yeah, we will talk about that later. But actually, for tonight's episode, we will be talking about when your kid says, I'm not a math person. Actually, it is one of my favorite topic that we have lined up with our episodes for this podcast. Whenever our child says, I can't do it, I won't be able to do this, no, I'm not good at it, it is one of the most underrated statements of our kids. And I do believe that every child is born a genius. And we'll just have to, you know, um, take a look what are the strength and then the weakness of our kids and then make all of these as opportunities for them to grow. Do you agree, James?
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
He keeps on saying that he was not a math person. Can you remember, James, when you
Yeah, I
started
do.
saying like what the exact words of James was? Matt
I
doesn't
didn't
like
really like
me, yeah, and
it.
I don't like
Yeah.
Matt. So it's a
Yeah.
mutual. He told me it was a mutual feeling. Because he kept on saying that, and then I came up with me researching on how will I be able to give him the tricks of
Courage.
being good at math. Yeah, and then I've read this online in Khan Academy. I will be linking in the description. This is about the different kinds of mindset because we have two different kinds of mindset, which is the fixed one and the growth mindset. And when I saw that article, that was when the time I realized we will not study about math, but instead we will talk about the different kinds of mindset.
Because
So,
if we study math, I swear this is gonna take a while, more than an hour.
yeah. So, with regards to that, I would just like to ask James if you will be summarizing the things that we learn from these two mindsets, how would you differentiate it?
Interesting. So you got the growth and the fixed mindset. So I've noticed that the fixed mindset isn't that great since its thoughts are negative. For example, you're trying to learn something, but you can't quite get the right thing. For example, like drawing, you can't get like the right drawing and the right shapes and the right sketches. You'll just say, I stick to what I know. And this is actually bad because, well, you just have to manifest it. And practice makes perfect, really. And one more thing that you never know when you try and perfect it. So we just have to give it a little bit more time.
Yeah. So, just to summarize what James said, a fixed mindset is you believing that you are born in a certain way and that it can't be changed. It is what you already know, and this is all you got. Okay. How about the growth mindset, James?
We can see that the growth mindset is a bit more positive than the fixed mindset. As you can see that I learn from feedbacks and I can learn to do anything I want, which is the person or he or she is determined to do anything and I keep trying and I'll never give up. Just like I said that we need to manifest and perfect it even if it takes a long time. We just have to be the best we can be. And yes, I like to try new things. That is a good one as well. You'll never know what can you get learning new things.
Yes, correct. So that's technically that's how you differentiate the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. But how would you be able to determine if your kid is having a fixed mindset or having a growth mindset? Fixed mindset is having closed mind. Growth mindset is being open-minded to opportunities, to everything, to growth, to development, to feedback, to failure. That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, as a mom, of course, I think, and especially with our culture of the Filipinos, like we don't really like to try things out. Like if we have this fear, and that is also a natural instinct of a human, we know the fear of the unknown. It's actually one of my fears, especially when I was little. So whenever we haven't tried this kind of experience, we have this certain kind of fear that won't let us do this, won't let us try these things.
Don't know.
But actually,
Yep.
it's part already of having a fixed mindset. Having that fear alone, it's a fixed mindset. Okay. Um, I gave James two examples. Can you tell us, James, the two different kinds of students in a classroom, like having a fixed mindset and a growth mindset when it comes to academics, when it comes to, for example, math, especially.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Like this student like really likes math, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "Yeah, I'm kind of like a math person." And I've been like getting high grades of this like math stuff, so I can do it pretty easily. And there's this
Mm-hmm.
one student who's, I'm not really a math person. It's really hard, and I don't know if I can do it. And yeah,
Yeah.
he's like trying to deny it. So the math person was like too overconfident about himself.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think I remember that he was like really struggling. And about
Mm-hmm.
the dude who said he's not like a math person, he like still tried to understand it. He didn't really give up.
Mm-hmm.
So now it doesn't really matter if you're not the math person or not. It's just in the mind. You
Yeah.
just have to get in the right mindset and perfect it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah.
there's this math exam. So what happened during that time? The overconfident student,
That part.
what happened? What James
Yeah, he
said, he
kind of
struggled
failed. He
because
struggled a little bit. He
he
was too
didn't
overconfident.
practice. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
too confident and he didn't didn't study at night. He didn't study before the exam because he was too confident. And then what the other student did, the the one who's
he
saying
studied.
he's not a math person, he
He
studied
studied.
and then
He actually got a good good grade about the exam.
yeah, and he was also confident but not overconfident, right? Having the first step to be academically is you have to have an academic mindset. That's the first step.
Yeah,
Secondly, is having the academic behavior, meaning, of course, you're feeling confident because you already have the mindset of I can do this. But then there should be an action that should be implemented, and that is the behavior. And then the behavior is practicing math.
yeah.
And
A
then
lots and lots.
also, yes, lots of practicing exercises. So if you can see your modules have what do you call that learning task A, learning task
Yeah,
B, learning task C. There's a lot of exercises before the main exam.
well, for me, because well, you still have to like study and master it to summarize it. To summarize
Yeah.
it. So the mind really is the key, and you just have to remember and learn about those things. So that's why you have to really study about it.
Mhm. Correct. So being academically excellent means you have to get the right mindset, academic mindset, and then the academic behavior. Because the reason why you need these two alone is for you to get results. Because having the mindset and having the behavior alone without having the mindset, it's it's nothing. Can you share, James, how this worked for you?
I remember when I was like grade one, I wasn't really in the mindset of studying
Mhm.
because, well, I was pretty lazy. Well, really, really lazy. And I wasn't, I always think that, hmm, what happens if I sleep in class in math? So you know what I did? I actually did it.
What?
So I remember one time my classmate said that, ma'am, James is sleeping. What should we do with him? And since I was like going around in circles, teleporting everywhere and doing trouble, the teacher said, okay, let him sleep. At least it's quiet. Okay, next class is we're going to that's probably what happened. And as you can see, I was really a lazy guy and I didn't really do it. And I still got bullied in class because of my behaviors. I guess that's fair. They're trying to correct me in a way, but I wasn't really determined to do it. So when
Mhm.
I was in grade five, the words of my teacher that all of us that we can do it actually triggered my mind for some reason, and I really tried to do some action and excel. Now when I got to sixth grade, oh boy, there's a lot of things that happened, and I can see myself excelling. From the moment that I was such a lazy guy and didn't really care about math and sleeping on it, until I did some a lot of research, and now look at me, the handsome-looking zygote, back at it again. Still hyperactive and teleporting everywhere, but not that much causing trouble. Not that much.
And what is the good news about it? I heard you have some good news to share.
Oh, come on. Okay, okay. For the first
Yeah.
time since 1878, for the first time in 66 million years ago when I was born a T-Rex and become a zygote, I finally reached my destination. Well, not that far, but a step closer to my dreams. I became first honor.
Wow.
Happy
S- Someone deserves a reward from Mama.
a virtual hug.
Come here. You're
No.
still okay. Yeah. So, yeah, as what James said, it was really fortunate that we had to move to another school. It was really fortunate
Yeah,
for us to have really good teachers in his new school because even the principal, even
my
his
classmates, my
advisors,
teachers,
yeah,
yeah,
and his
I said
other subject teachers are very
supportive
supportive
in a way.
and they're
Yeah,
encouraging James to do better. So, having a support system at home and then having the right kind of school for your child. So, this really goes hand in hand for your child to be confident about themselves and all. So, in our next episode we will be talking about that. Yeah, James moving to another school and then how we made our
well, that's what I'm
decision.
really excited about.
Yeah, but we will talk about that on our next podcast. So, yeah, it did work for James, having a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. I know that we were just talking about being good in math, because it's one of his hated subject
The common
before.
one.
And now
Yeah.
he's very comfortable in doing math. Are you?
Kind of, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so
There
it
are some
changed.
things that I'm still struggling with, but I think I can work it out.
Yeah,
Just
because
a
you're
little
already
brain.
high school. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's already algebra, and but as what a growth mindset is always telling us, you should be learning new things because it is open for opportunities, and you will be, of course, using that in your future. Yeah. So it didn't work out for James having a growth mindset. But this is what I'm very excited about because we had to watch a Netflix series. Actually, I already read the book.
Finished it. Oh, read a book.
James, what's the name of the book?
It's called The Secret.
If you haven't heard of it, if you haven't read about it, the easiest way is to watch this on Netflix. It's a very good read book, and yeah, it's a self-help, actually. It's a self-help book regarding the power of positive thinking. This is by Rhonda Bryan, and this book suggests the notion of attracting what you like, which means whenever you think positive, those what you like, you attract. But it should be only
Yep.
focusing on the positive things.
The Secret. So, what can I use the secret for? A lot of things. It can also affect your life, relationships. Hey, I hope you guys have relationships unlike me. Money and jobs. Like, seriously, a
Yeah.
lot of things. And, like, personally, just think of it as a magnet. And it's called the law of attraction. You might be thinking, what is the law of attraction? Like, I'm thinking that I'm a magnet. So, a magnet only attracts what it likes, or metal. A magnet cannot be sticked by by fabric, by glass, by wood. You get the point. And it only
Mhm.
attracts metal, which is it doesn't care if it's good or bad. Because in this world, we live in a world that has laws. Like for example, law of gravity. If you jump a building, whether you're a bad or a good person, you will still hit the ground and probably die. Yeah, you can't escape that probably because you're on top of a building. So the real thing is about the law of attraction. How do you even get the good stuff on it? So basically, you're creating your own like universe with it, and it's about your mind, about what you're thinking right now. So some say that before they go to their like works and stuff, they think about what they appreciate of, so they can get their good spirits at it. And then a lot of people got changed of their lives because of this secret and the mindset that is positive more than negative. And y'all, did you know that a positive mind is better than a negative mind? So a lot of people are maybe thinking of revenge. A lot of people thinking of like of bills, and it will happen because you're in a bad mood, and your wish is my command. And how about how do we even control this law of attraction? Because I think about estimated people are thinking an average person is thinking about 60,000. I mean, controlling one by one with positive thoughts is impossible. Like that
Mhm.
many thoughts in one day. That's a lot.
Yeah,
And
that's a
the
lot.
easiest way that you can get this is on your emotions and feelings. Like,
Hmm.
for example, you confess to a girl in school. She rejected you for some reason because you might be weird or you might be cool enough. I don't really know. It's possible. And what you're feeling a brokenhearted and you wanted revenge because it's triggering on your mind and your emotions. So you have to control your emotions and your mindset as well. And there's just once like a time that remember Aladdin? There's like this genie. and you only have three wishes. And there are still rules, but imagine like three wishes with unlimited. Think about that. Like only three wishes with unlimited powers and beings that you can create of. And you're only thinking of the ones that you can help for yourself. Now that's one point of law of attraction as well. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm trying to say that genie only says one thing, and is your wish is my command.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like drawing for me, like my negative feelings and thoughts said I cannot do this. So I was almost breaking that ceiling because I'm really good at drawing at that time, kind of. I'm trying to like break that wall like a seed, and it's growing. But since I practically gave up and it hasn't been manifested completely, well, the universe will just say, your wish is my command and go down. And now, since my thoughts and feelings are feeling okay and I'm comfortable with this doing of mine, of drawing, and now I can get back up again, your wish is my command, and it will completely manifest. And there's also things that you can like try, and it
Mm-hmm.
isn't just working because it hasn't been manifested yet.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time. It takes a lot of time and patience that you can control your feelings and emotions for it to work. And that's all I know.
Yeah. So, technically, what they're trying to say in the secret book is that everything in the universe is made up of vibrating atoms and energy, and that include us humans. So,
Yes.
when examined under a microscope, we are like masses of energy within largest masses of energy, something like that. So, the energy that vibrates within us at frequencies are like our thoughts. They're very magnetic with frequencies too. That's
Yeah.
what James is trying to
I
say.
also remember
So,
one thing actually about the
mhm,
mind. There are like
yeah,
athletes that are being tested in the mind that they are
mhm,
racing against others just in their mind. And you know
yeah,
what? Those are amazing. It's the same
mhm,
thing as them running on a field, on an imaginary field. And
yes,
that's how it
right,
explains that the mind is like controlling the human being itself. That's why it's very
yes,
powerful.
yeah, it's very powerful. So we can segregate our personal vibrations. We have two. We have our thoughts and our feelings. And when we think of something,
Emotions.
we are transmitting this frequency into the universe. Like it's like we're a human transmission tower. Like we're that tower who transmit energies, those positive energies. But these energies are coming from our thoughts and our feelings. These thoughts and feelings magnetically attract things with the same frequency. So if we're thinking positive, we only uh, transmit or we only attract positive things. So in short, like attracts like. And we attract things, not only things, we also attract people, we attract circumstances that are similar with the vibration of frequency as ourselves. So if we're thinking negative, we attract negative things. If we think positive, we attract positive things.
You understand it or not? It's basically like
Mhm.
electricity. Do you know about electricity? Well, I don't. I only know one thing. That you can cook a food using electricity. And
Yeah.
it can cook a human as well. Now, did you know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. That's one of the funniest part in the the secret. Okay, James, I know that you're very fond of the inventors and the scientists. They all have one in common. They have these crazy ideas which are not existing yet before, right?
Yeah.
So, do you know, like for example, the Wright brothers? Do you know what they invented?
What?
There are two Americans who pioneered in the making of airplane. So they're the
Airplanes.
father of, yeah, they had
The
this
founder of
um they had this feeling, or they have
scientific.
this desire of wanting to fly in the air. They wanted to commute, but not by land, not by sea, but in the air.
By
And at
air.
that moment, yeah, and at that moment, we don't have airplanes yet. They just have this one big crazy idea. And it's
And people call them
law of
crazy and it's
attraction.
impossible, right?
Yeah. And now, like, flights are getting banned. No, that's just that's just a joke. So everyone now worldwide, we can go to continents, to other countries, to uh like, for example, once the travel ban is already lifted, you can go now to different parts of the world. It's because of they started with that one crazy idea.
Yeah.
So that's one of the there's a lot of scientists out there, but they were inventing things, right? That are not
Mm.
existing yet at the moment. And they're using the power of the law of attraction.
The power of the mind. Like
Yeah.
completely imagination. Just thinking of an imagination that looks so crazy and impossible that it actually worked and affected the future. Now, isn't that interesting?
Yeah. But there's really a process for the secret. We would just like to
Yeah,
share
it takes time.
with our audience. Yeah. There's a creative process to change your life. The first one is we change our thoughts, of course. And then we have this: number one, ask; number two, believe; number three, receive. So you can use this process. Step one is asking first. How do you ask something?
Can I have money
Yeah, you can
so I
directly
can buy
ask.
stuff?
Yeah, you can directly ask.
Direct to the
Or
point.
you can also write it on a piece of paper, have a
Like
vision
your
board.
goals.
Vision board is a like a board that you make, that of the things that you want to achieve, and then you see it every
Yeah, I'm trying to make a
first
vision
first day in the
board.
morning.
I'm just trying to concentrate it on my mind, but I will.
Yeah. So I will wait for your vision
If
board.
I'm 13,
Yeah, when you're 13. So you'll have your goals there, and then you'll see it every day.
goodbye
So you have
childhood.
to you have to put it somewhere wherein you see it first thing in the morning. So you'll believe on it every day, because seeing it is believing it, right? So if you see it,
Yep.
and then every day your desire would fire up, and then you will work on it every day for you to get the step three, which is the receive. So you have to ask first, and you have to believe on what you are asking for you to be able to receive it. Yes, James.
I'm 5%.
You're 5% already.
Yeah, I swear. Yep.
You should charge.
I have to think about the law of attraction. I have to ask first. Let me demonstrate. Ma, where's the charger?
And then you have to
Now I have
believe.
to believe in myself and find a charger. I found one, but it's not mine. Oh, look, a charger. And now I received the charger. I may charge in peace. And that's the law of attraction, baby. And this is why all kids are geniuses. Like me, a handsome little zygote. Okay, where were we?
Can I ask you to get a piece of paper, James,
Yeah.
or a notebook?
Piece of paper on a notebook. Okay. And this will take a while because I don't know where the pens are. But I believe in myself and I will find one. Oh, look, a pen. It actually does work. Now just have a piece of paper. A notebook should do. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Mommy would just like to uh, ask you to write down like 10 things that you want to achieve.
10 things.
Yeah. But you should look at 10 years ahead.
Okay.
Like in 10 years time, what are the things that you want to achieve? And then you can share with us after you decide on it. After writing all that down, your assignment is
I
for
got it.
you to have a vision board of whatever you list
I
down on
listed
it.
6 things. I listed about like 6 things.
Yeah, you should also have in your vision board, like for example, your fitness goal, that you will eat healthy food so
Oh,
that you
that's good.
won't be sick again,
Hmm.
or country you want to visit, travel
Oh,
goal.
okay. I only have like 7,
Okay.
and I'm good to go.
Okay. Can you share with us?
Okay, wait. Okay. That took kind of a while, but okay. So the first one is my current goal. Just remember my backstory about being bullied in school.
Mm,
So I want to prove them wrong and prove to everyone who underestimates me that I am a
o-
better person.
okay.
Not really much of a goal, but that's my tire screeching noise. Okay. My second goal is be a paleontologist or a scientist. If
Okay.
you're wondering what's a paleontologist, search mo lang. Number 3, have a lot of money. I have a lot of reasons for it, but I guess it's a good one. So 4, help my parents if they need anything, like if they need money and stuff. Another one of those. Number 5, the most difficult one, behave. I, I, I I'm serious.
Yeah.
So if one of my classmates is watching right now, you'll remember like how not behave I am, and I will like go around crazy. You might remember, especially the AMS days when I was like grade 1 of 4. I keep teleporting
Yeah.
everywhere, cause trouble,
Yeah.
and I never listen. So that's gonna be a hard one to control because I don't know. I'm a really happy person who's probably hyperactive. Number 6 is to have a dream house. I
Okay.
was dreaming since I was like 6 years old to have like an awesome mansion dream house with pools in it. So if the summer and it's too hot, I would just go off in the pool, you know? And the final one is I want to earn some money to get to the US because US is a great place and I like it there. I want to experience snow.
Mm.
I wonder what does it feels like. And I'm gonna throw it out at a random stranger. Snowball fight! Yeah.
So both.
Hey yo, think fast! Uh-oh.
Okay. How about your fitness goal?
I don't have any. I don't
Why?
eat. Okay, fitness goal. My I want to have my dream biscuit, Nagaraya, because we always ran out of them. Oh, and Frutos too.
Okay. Mommy have a suggestion for you. So
Yes.
you already have 7, like, right?
Yeah,
The first one is become a better version of yourself. So
better.
actually
Yeah,
having things that you want to achieve, you have to list down again what are the subcategories of that. Like you should have a sub list of that. How can you be a better version of yourself? You have to list down what are the things that you should do, right? Because this one is asking for you to believe on it and take action on it. You have to write it down what will make you a better person. Second one is become a paleontologist. For
yeah.
our viewers right here who doesn't know or who aren't familiar with paleontologist,
It's
it's
basically
what?
a search of field, digging up prehistoric bones and place it on a museum, or just sell it by a rich person, I guess. Like I think
Yeah,
there
it
are like just to place it on a museum or just sell it by rich person on their house. I would probably, if I were you, I'd probably put it on a museum because
mhm,
well,
yeah,
that's the day when you shine. You found a dinosaur bone. Who knows?
yeah.
Like it's
So
prehistoric.
yes. So being a paleontologist, it's like being a scientist who studies fossils or everything that
Prehistoric.
existed prior to what we have right now, or like having studies with different kinds of organisms that is part of our history and life on Earth. Okay, so for you to achieve that, James, you also have to work on it because we can't really just rely to the law of attraction. Like you're asking about it, but you
Yeah,
have
you
to
really have to take
move
action
forward.
about it.
Yeah, you have
Which
to.
is just like what you said that we need to get the mentality of a a person who's really study, who have a study
Mm,
habit, but we don't need to rely on here and be overconfident. So we have to do
yeah.
action in our lives. Yeah, I understand that.
Yes. Yes. So we need to work on how you can become a paleontologist. We know that it is a very rare course and I'm not quite familiar if it's available in the Philippines, but there is already a group of paleontologists here in the Philippines, so we can try to reach out with them for you to achieve that goal of yours. Okay.
Oh my god!
Number three. Okay. This is quite interesting for a 12-year-old to ask for having a lot of money because I
Yeah.
didn't ask for to have lots of money when I was little. I would just ask mommy, Mom, can you buy me this one? Can you,
Well, the first step
can
for law of
you?
attraction to work is ask. So
Yeah, but James, you have to be having lots of money. It's kind of hard because you have to be financial literate.
my relationship goals from to dating someone will be 29 or 30 because I still have a really big responsibility to take care of. I mean, I'm gonna travel the world, dig some fossils, and place them on museums, and gain money, get my dream house, help my parents. And yes, I'm not ready yet because I have to fulfill my goals up and up until I finally have the responsibility with 30 or more.
Okay. Well noted, James. You're 29 years old, relationship goal. Okay? So the fourth one is helping your parents, right?
They need anything, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to list down on how can you help and how can you achieve that one. Number five is for you to behave.
The
This
hardest one,
one, yeah, this one is quite the hardest. I know you should reflect on it because
yep, because I've been living
but
with my behavior for 12 years in my life. And this little handsome zygote is teleporting everywhere, causing destruction and trouble. I'm the
yeah,
baby Godzilla.
but of course in school, in the Kingdom Hall, in public places, you really have to behave. But you know, you can still be you. because I know you're a very hyperactive boy, and that's
And a
very
friend of mine.
natural for you. Yeah, that's very natural of you to be malikot and everything and makulit because you're still young and you're still a kid. So that's quite acceptable. But just know when to be makulit and when to be annoying. Yeah. Number six, this is what I'm very interested to see, your dream
Your dream.
house. Yeah. So I know you're very good in drawing, so maybe you can add this to your vision board. You can draw your
Actually, to be
dream
honest,
house.
I remember our blueprint. Remember the
Yeah.
blueprint on our
Yeah.
original house? Yeah, I would like to
Yeah.
recreate that, but a little more with self elevators and pools in a backyard, like
Wow.
literally.
Really, with
Yeah, I
elevators?
that. Yeah, like a big mansion and stuff. I am
You
dreaming
know,
too high, but law of attraction, baby.
James, you know Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah, I did watch it once. I remember about it, and I think her sister about like a
Yeah, it was
destruction system.
it was like my dream house. Oh, when I grow up, I want to have my own lab, and then I can do some experiments there, and then I can work on there, I can study. That's my own space.
And
That's
that's
what
why
I'm
I'm
dreaming of.
making a basement
Huh?
and probably an attic. I should list that
Yeah,
down too.
yeah. So, mommy would love to see that. Please share that with me. And seventh one is experience snow. Si mommy din. Yeah. Actually, this is my dream wedding, to have a winter wedding.
Ah, a winter wedding? Will it be
Yeah,
like really freezing outside?
with
You may kiss
snowball
the
fight.
bride.
With
You may
snowball
kiss the bride, and the audience cannot even clap because, well, they're freezing,
freezing. Yeah, that's the
and
dream.
your lips are probably frozen by now.
So, yeah, you really have good stuff here. And mommy would like to see you achieving those things. So keep on going and create your vision board when you have time over this weekend. Okay, I think we got it covered already, everything that we have discussed, from differentiating the growth and the fixed mindset, and then the law of attraction. And it's a very nice activity too, because I get to know you more, your goals in life, which I think we haven't really tackled yet. We haven't really discussed yet, but some of the things here I know for sure, like you wanting to become a paleontologist. But it's really nice that even your behavior, you have a behavioral goal. It's behaving in certain kind of situations. Okay, James, can we say goodbye to them now?
Okay, bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you really enjoy my streams as well, I consider subscribing because about these weird stuff that we're doing, like podcasts and my weird behaviors on streams. If you want to see more of that, subscribe. You won't regret it, probably. This handsome little
Bye.
zygote is going to lead your way. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, baby.
Bye bye.